It's the song, Matthew. It's fucking In the Bushes. It's the song. Because I'm still riding a Heaton Park high. You know what I'm saying? I'm still there, PG. I can see it. It was fucking incredible, to be honest. It was a long walk. It was a long walk away from the park afterwards, I'll tell you that. Sorry about the camera today. I don't know what the fucking problem is. I honestly, I was sitting in OBS for, I'm gonna say, about 25 minutes or something before I went live today, trying to work out how to get the green screen to look good, and I just can't. I think, because I've been trying this for a while now and I'm getting nowhere with it, I think I perhaps just need to change out the camera now. I think the camera has now outlived its usefulness and a replacement camera is necessary, but we can make that happen. Anyway, I had video games to play today, which I haven't actually even loaded up yet. Matty, you may have gone by now, but you'll have a fantastic time with Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I guarantee it. The thing is, I recommend that game. I know so many people who are like not into, say, turn-based RPGs necessarily, and I would recommend them Expedition 33 in a heartbeat. It sounds hyperbolic, doesn't it? Because it sounds like Cult of the New, and it sounds like, oh, you know, this new game's come out and everyone's like pretending about how good it is and they'll all get over it soon. It's one of the greatest video games ever made. In the history of everything ever. It is. Which way we're gonna go? Gonna catch my game soon. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Anyway, we're opening a pyramid. We did open a pyramid. Isn't that right? I feel like that's a thing that we did right at the end of last stream. And thus, we should have deep new conversations right at the start of today's stream, I would think. Because of the progress where we got up to. I got this vape as an emergency vape for the gig. It's actually not disposable. Because you can refill it and charge it. But I haven't refilled it. And I haven't charged it. And it's still alright. So that seems like a good thing. Okay. Return to the VTOL was the instruction from last time. I can't actually remember what all of that conversation was about. I don't really think I need to, though, because I think you can kind of tackle some of these subzones in many different orders. So therefore, it wouldn't have... You don't imagine it would be directly relevant. Something is wrong. Okay. Better. Which way is the bloody VTOL? Must be over here. Well, the monorail's over here. Hello, Zentar. How the hell are you doing? So good to see you. Man, Zentar, I'm still there. You know what I mean? I'm in the park, man. Where the fuck am I even going? The monorail apparently is over here. You know what I mean? Liam and Noel are still blasting out tunes. Richard Ashcroft's making jokes about people shazamming the national anthem. It's still, you know what I mean? It's £8 a pint. I'm still there. Megastructure, yeah, well that is where I would like to go.
There's something I've been thinking about. I know the New Alexandria disaster was traumatic. I know accidents like that make us think that it's best to stick to what we have. But what about all the accidents that have happened in New Jerusalem that nobody talks about? The collapse of the Rakovsky building. The Calvin Street explosion. The derailment that almost killed Benaroya and Kaneda.
I haven't heard about any of these.
Because we stopped investing enough resources in our civilization. And if Melville hadn't been put in charge of city maintenance, this would still be happening.
It will happen again either way. With how little we have to work with, it's only a matter of time.
You see, there may be a price for pursuing progress, but there's also a price for not pursuing it.
So what's the argument going to be here? That you just run out of resources? Also, I'm so sorry for the quality of the green screen today, Zentar, and anybody else who might be jumping in a little late. I just can't... Like, look, even if I try to fiddle with it now, let me show you what happens. Because it looks outrageous, and I can't make it look good. Because when I go to this, and if I... So, right now it looks like it's cutting off my headphones a little bit, right? Which it is. So if I bring that down, that's cool. I can make it so that the headphone thing is like less egregious. But then I got this going on. So then it's like, okay, well, what if I just try and make it smoother? And then it starts to do this again. So then you're like, well, the fuck should I do now? Maybe if I, well, can't touch that button. So if I touch this button, I just get more of this. Like, I'm turning every setting right now. Okay, cool. Thing is, I can still edit it while you do that. And there's a huge fucking light there. It's fucking massive. In my face. So I'm bright, and that's got two fucking lights here on that. I don't know. It's just like, it's just gonna have to be like that. Because I don't see how it's not gonna be like that. I guess. I don't know. I've probably made it fucking worse now, haven't I? Don't even know what. See, this is what I was doing pre-stream, right? Is I was on this screen for fucking ages. And I also, look at this, I turned this on. Because that helps. Thankfully, you can't, it doesn't look that bad, does it, when I've not got a big white box behind me, but... Just outrageous, to be honest. That's so nearly correct. Right there is so nearly correct. But if you tweak any number now, it just breaks. That's gonna have to do. I don't know. Don't know. Maybe if I sit more side on. That's gonna have to do. Right. Anyway. We have a possibly supernatural being to liaise with, I think. We definitely have to get in the VTOL. Wait, I'm here? Oh, right.
All right, here we go again.
Okay.
Our main objective is to determine the relationship between the megastructure and Athena. Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore, dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
I can't imagine one person building all this.
Don't forget about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
I don't think that... Is that strictly true?
All right, everyone.
I'm not sure that's what
Stay in
happened.
touch and be careful. 1K.
Wasn't even getting that vibe.
I'd like to talk to you.
Oh, brilliant. We got to talk to Alcatraz. I don't even... Who is this? Do we know anything about him?
I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think?
It is somewhat broken, but there seems to be a pattern underneath. Sure. Sure.
I don't see it. Or at least I'm not convinced that the pattern is meaningful.
Well, that's okay. I don't really...
Maybe I'm wrong, but please, be careful.
I don't really understand why Alcatraz thinks the pursuit of knowledge in and of itself is dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to say, I think Byron's a bit of a weirdo, and he's gonna make a mess of it.
I'm headed deeper into the megastructure.
But look at this.
Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery. Please, watch yourself, Byron. This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building. I think this is a machine.
Sure. To do what? To create another simulation. It's just Elohim all the way down, Byron. What do you think? We can't go through that. False leads, errors, frustration. Need to move experiments further apart. Whoa. Well, something went wrong. That's what I can tell you. Door override. Oh, shit.
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
We do not have kings because we believe
Athena's here. She built this.
in a god in
Another
heaven.
voice.
Is that what you said?
Was that
But
Cornelius?
we believe in a god in
It
heaven
definitely
because
sounded like him.
we had kings.
Come to think of it,
Something like
went
that.
on a research expedition around the time Athena.
Yeah, Matty, tell me what you need to upgrade. I'm curious
He was
about it
gone
too.
for years. People thought he died.
Oh, grand total of
And
12
all this
minutes.
time,
Did you
she
try
knew
streaming it
where
and it
she
broke?
was?
Graphics card?
We should talk
Really?
to him.
We will when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We
You don't
are
have
so close.
you don't have a console anymore because it's come out on console. So also, if your PC has got comparable stuff to current consoles, then I don't see why it would be a problem. Something is not letting me do it. What, like, can you can you describe the problem in any greater detail? Did you try turning graphics settings down and things like that? Because, like, you can turn the graphics settings down and it still looks good. You know what I mean? It's a modern game. I don't think I played on Ultra. Well, maybe the streaming bit is part of it. I don't know, but... Oh. Do you not have a console anymore? Turned it down to 1080p? Oh, yeah. I mean, I play everything in 1080p because I stream it in 1080p. I don't really need to see it any clearer than that, to be honest. Yeah, but just turning the resolution down, like, did you turn also settings to medium or low or whatever and just try it like that? You don't have a console anymore. That sucks. That's honestly part of the reason that I kept mine, because it's a good emergency vessel to play things if I don't have the alternative. Settings were medium. Okay. I don't know then. Maybe just try it. Not for very long, but just try it not streaming. You know what I mean? See if it's like still the same.
Surface is magnetic?
No, it's anti-gravity. Your coot was right.
Oh really? Oh my
Should have
god.
known.
It is anti-gravity. Okay. Well, this is gonna... Space. Oh, no. Well, can I just do that from anywhere, though? Is that what you're trying to tell me? No, I have to be... Whoa. Okay, alright. Okay, we can kind of fuck with it a little bit.
1K, I'm over here.
Where?
Hold
Where?
on.
What do you mean?
I'll open that door for you.
Oh, right. Okay. Hello. Wait, open this door, you mean? Probably. Yeah, just try some different things out. You definitely do not want to miss out on that gaming experience, Matthew, but you are correct that you also don't want it to be a bad experience. Like, it shouldn't be lagging. There should be a way to make it not lag. Maybe it is upgrading your hardware, but it feels like there's probably a better way. Is that where I'm trying to get to? Okay. Look at this, man. Are they sure? They keep saying Athena built this. Are they sure about that? The game is working fine on my PC. Must be
Same pattern as before.
Must be the streaming it as well
Three
then.
receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Or something wrong with OBS or
The
something. You know?
sheer amount of power running through this place.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other two, okay? This is kind of fun. Maybe Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human.
Well, that is definitely true, Byron. If that, listen, we don't need to like go on a big journey
Got it.
to work that out. Look at this. They're actually turning the lasers on. I'm not doing anything. Why am I here exactly? What am I doing? I used to have a job in this team. Wait, I should have turned off somewhere. What the fuck am I? Grand total of 12 minutes. Oh, it wasn't even 12 minutes. I should have turned off somewhere then. Oh, I see.
Malcolm, is there anything in the system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I try to access that information...
It must be something to do with the
all glitches
combination
out.
of gaming it and streaming it, though, Matty. If the game is running fine, don't play it too much off stream, though, because it will be cool to see how you... Well, if you can work out a way to stream it, it will be very cool to see what you think of it live. But, yeah, it's therefore has to be the combination. Where is this going? Well... What even is any... What... Like, why is this area here... I hate when games do this. Because I know there's probably something going on. Why is this here? You must be joking. Yeah, I want to do it. Yeah, you want to do it all live. Try and... you know what you could do? Like, try and record it. Not so that we can watch it. I just mean try and play it and record it on OBS at the same time and see if you're having the same experience. That would be a good way to test what the issue might be. Right. Got to open this gate. Well, gotta do a lot of things, to be honest. First of all, charge it up. Okay, done. You can now make blue. I see. That's still problematic, though. Oh, wait, no, it's not problematic. No, it's not. Oh, wait, can you do it from here? I don't know. Yep. Chelsea 1-0 up. I also saw Sinner won the Wimbledon today. Which maybe that was how people thought that was going to go. But I don't really know enough about modern tennis. I just know that Alcaraz seems fucking incredible. But he is only the world number 2, isn't he? And Sinner's the world number 1. So... maybe that tells you all you need to know. But everything I have come to understand about modern tennis is that Alcaraz is the shit. Okay, I turned the blue one on. I guess I can just leave here now. Seems like it. How do I get to the green one? Is really a much more perplexing question. It's up there? No, wait. Like, it's under me now, isn't it? Oh, wait. Wait, what am I doing? Right. Okay. How do I get to the green one? Where is it? It's there. If I follow this and follow this and somehow go around. How do I go around? Because I can't really go around from here. Shit. Okay. Alcaraz has higher highs than Sinner, but Sinner is much more consistent. I see. Okay, fair enough. Alcaraz seems like, I don't know, seems like a very technical player to me, you know? If I compare him to the guys who were around when I was really invested in tennis, he seems more like a Federer than a Nadal. I don't know if that's true though. Okay, well what if I build this different? Am I just missing something really simple? What if I build this differently though? You know? Like, can I take this? No. Well then how? Where is it? Fuck. What? Oh, is it? Oh, it's that over there. It's that over there. How do I get to that? Whatever, I'll just do this. Right. It actually wasn't a weird anti-gravity platforming puzzle. It was actually just this.
Not to alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Melville. I might be upside down right now. You guys are like, whoa. Did you notice that tiny little tremor? Ooh. Did that make your feet tingle? I think I am upside down at the moment. I'm not sure what is actually going on. The things you're worried about are not the things I'm worried about. Really. Oh, that's... Oh, okay. I think I understand. Oh, not yet, I don't. Uh-huh. Okay, well now then... Oh, we do need you, weirdly. Oh, but we don't need... Yeah, no, this is fine.
The gate's opening. I'm heading in.
What could possibly go wrong by, like, uncovering what the founder learned, you know? Everyone's acting like it's this big deal. This feels like a deal. I mean, maybe she did uncover something dangerous, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't look for it. Because how do we know that it's, like, dormantly fine and actively dangerous? We don't know that at all, actually. Oh. Alright. Okay, I'll take the designated route then. Fuck. I don't really understand where all that's coming from. Everything else in, you know, feels very mechanical, but this thing is kind of pushed by nature also. Is that just the whirring of time? It's all working now? What did you do? What did you change? Let me know, Matty. Was it exciting? Oh shit. Hang on, something's happening.
This is fascinating. They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that... I can't...
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL! We have to go. Now, 1K, get moving!
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yeah, there must be like...
We have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas. Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
Yeah, we better, Alcatraz, because you were like talking a bit of shit actually earlier about Byron. Also, whoa. Oh god. Don't make me do a Tetris puzzle to leave. I would like to not have to do that.
What have you done, you fools? Mortals are not meant to tread these halls.
Oh, have we opened Pandora's
Why will you
box?
not heed my warnings?
I see.
I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay.
And we're not trying to
All
worship
I wish
you,
is to protect. You
Lady
are
of
the best
Data.
of your kind.
Listen.
What more
Whoa.
must I do to make you understand? If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
Nah. You don't know. I'm the most resourceful android this side of New Jerusalem.
Move, 1K, move!
Start fucking moving, Melville. It's like a hall of mirrors.
These energy emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think.
Wait, so Matty, are you still in chat? Are you going to stream it tonight?
Quickly, 1K.
I really want to watch your reaction to the introduction. The whole thing.
Come on, get in!
Okay, okay. Let's go.
Get us out of here, Yakut.
Move those robo legs quicker. Hey, we made it. And now, hey everybody, Byron's not here. So Alcatraz got exactly what he wants. Melville, you can now apparently do whatever you want. Yakut will remember now that you're part of the team. Because I think Byron is now...
We're out.
You know?
Now what?
He might be married to
Looks like
Pandora
the
now.
southern sites are active.
I'm not sure.
The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Yeah.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
Gonna do it on Wednesday? Okay, well, I'm commentating on
The
Wednesday.
situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup.
But that might not be too bad, because then I can watch it.
Isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an
Not
eye
that
on
you should.
things. Melville.
Excuse me, because I'm not suggesting
Alright.
that you
I'll see if
plan
I
it
can
around
make
me.
any sense of
I'm
these
deciding
systems
how
while you're
to.
gone.
I'm deciding how to
Just
plan
keep a
myself.
safe distance, okay?
Deciding
Will
how
do.
to plan myself.
Good. Well, 1K. I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
All right.
Do not lose hope, my child.
Oh, this prick.
In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Okay. Okay.
Here we are.
Who knows
Got an
anything
update from
about
Melville.
mythology?
Power spikes are continuing, but no
What's
news
going on
from
with
Byron.
Pandora's box?
Thank
Let's
you, Yakut.
give me the rundown on
Get
this.
the VTOL ready for the next trip.
So
I'll
you
talk to
open
the mayor.
Pandora's
Okay,
box.
Please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius.
Right.
Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Thank you, Alcatraz, for everything. You've been an incredible vice chairman of the expedition. Please now stop speaking to me. What is going on with Pandora's box? Not in game, IRL. Not IRL, but in mythology. What's the deal? You open up Pandora's
The world
box
is full
and it...
of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the Founder's trials. And you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
They're both right, though, right? Because suffering is natural. Although I don't know if it's necessary. That's quite a bold claim to make. But it is natural. And I guess you could say, in terms of like the animal kingdom, it's necessary, right? Like, I don't know, the food chain is necessary in order for things to sustain. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't, you know, try to understand more about suffering and maybe limit it. So you're saying, Xantar, opening Pandora's box released all the world's ills, and all that remained was hope. Like all the... So it... Not only did it release all the world's ills, are you therefore suggesting that it took away all of the... You know, all of the positives as well? All of the good stuff? Look at this guy, by the way. Nobody elected you, as far as I can tell. Nobody elected you, but you are, for some reason, the mayor. So, do with that information what you will. Okay, this game does lag a little bit when it's loading a new area. All looks a bit rubbish, actually. The sky looks grey. I feel like last time we were here, everything looked nice. Oh, hope was the only positive left in the box for humanity. But they had other positives before that, did they? They had inquiring minds, you know, and aspirations of progress, right? I mean, what, you know? She wasn't like hogging all the good stuff and then it all evaporated. She just had a lot of bad things plus one good thing. Here's the thing. Better question then, Xantar. Was it worth opening the box? Because rebellions are built on hope. You know what I'm saying? Did we have no hope until we opened the box? This one's for Byron. Oh, what you want to do with that, mate?
Yeah, it's sick, that. Yeah, that's good. Wait, hold on a minute. Play it off. Stop. You know what you want to do with that, right? You want to put a banging donk on it. Yeah, that's sick. That is sick. I can definitely drop to that one. All we need now is like a hook line. You know what? I've got actually a perfect one. Baseline. Oh, wicked. Now put a donk on it. Electro. Oh, that's sick, that, mate. Put a donk on it. Techno. Oh, no, that is good. Put a donk on it. Hey, that's good, that, Tony. Ah, sick. Baseline. Where do you like that one? Put a donk on it. Electro. Hey, I do like that. Put a donk on it. Techno. That one's good. Put a donk on it. Donk, 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 donk. Cool, go sick tonight. I'm like Superman without kryptonite. Flat as hell without cellulite. And I look well sick in the UV light. Speaking of sick, that's me on the mic. And if you don't like it,
look up at Anubis. Chuck in one of those. Bye, everybody. Great. Rest in peace, Byron. He's one with the box now. Thanks very much for all that. Put a donk on it. Okay. Did you like the music? What's your name? You've not got a real name. Anemone. You were a character in Finding Nemo, as far as I can remember. Be frugal. Reduce energy waste. We must all sacrifice a little, says Hermanubis.
See, I told you. It was Athena who sent Prometheus.
How do you know it was Athena?
Because she's the one who built the giant pyramid.
Sure, but how do you know it wasn't Cornelius who sent Prometheus?
Because Cornelius was here?
And where did Prometheus appear?
Come on.
How do you know it wasn't Miranda? Maybe she got bored of waiting.
I don't buy it.
Why did they program these robots with these voices?
Why would she test us?
Well, let me tell you how it is. We can use those new technologies, like the body replication.
If those new technologies
My cousin Marty told me.
Deal, why is she putting them in puzzles?
Because play is how we learn.
Maybe she's trying to tell us the opposite. That it's all just childish stuff that doesn't really matter.
The last power failure almost caused a derailment.
It all matters.
You're starting to sound like Byron.
Oh, he didn't sound like Byron. You know why? Wait, you know why?
Sure.
It's a good joke, though. You know why he doesn't sound like Byron? Because Byron's dead. You'll get it. You'll get a little bit later on. You'll get it, and it will be funny.
Nice to meet you, 1K.
You too.
My name is Atal.
All right.
I've been following your expedition. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact.
That's right. For those who come after. That's right.
I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched.
We founded a society of idiots.
Die.
I know what the problem
And
is
that got
now.
me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms.
Okay.
What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain.
Yeah.
And in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K. Horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better.
Okay, so I haven't even read the options yet. So this guy is saying that actually existence is cruel. And it like I understand what he's saying, right? He's got a point. Because he's saying, well, you know, wild animals go through it. He's right about that, actually. Yeah, they do. It's a pretty rotten existence to lead. Well, in order for it to be cruel, I think it has to be intended, doesn't it? It has to be created, you know? And like, so if it isn't, then is it more cruel than not existing? I hope he's not calling for a mass extermination. I don't know what he's really talking about. I'll have to think about this. I'm in complete agreement. You mean we re-engineer the whole planet? What exactly is our ethical duty in all this? Yeah, let's ask him. What is it?
If suffering is evil, and it is, then our responsibility is to lessen it. Not only in ourselves, but everywhere. I don't think we can eliminate it, but we can lessen it, and we have to.
Yeah, you're right. It is our responsibility to lessen the amount of suffering. See, this is kind of what I was talking about before, but then, like, is some suffering natural? The problem is, the way that he has phrased this question is, like, talking about wild animals, right? Which, like, I think is a different question. It's a different idea than, like, human suffering, which is more often than not caused by, you know, negligence and bad actors. Well, let's ask him the question. I don't know.
In a way, yes. I don't think it's our exclusive purpose, but it's a role that falls to any sentient species capable of developing science and technology.
True. Yeah, the thing is, I do think suffering is natural, but that doesn't mean that we do nothing about it. This is why it feels like... I hope the game isn't asking me to pick a side here, because I actually can't pick a side.
Do that. It's more than most people do. But that might be changing.
Hello.
Hiya. Like, I think suffering is natural, but that doesn't mean that you should just accept it then. You know? Like, if you... You know, sometimes in Ireland, right? When I go and visit the family and because it's like in the middle of nowhere. But they do have some roads, and some people have cars. Sometimes you will find like an animal by the side of the road that's been hit by a car. You know, like a badger or something. And it's not going to make it, right? It's not dead, but it's suffering immensely by the side of the road after having been hit by the car. And I have multiple family members who have been in that position and then ended the life of that animal in a swift manner in order to end its suffering. That's really the point, right? You might say, well, it's not natural for the animal to suffer after being hit by a car. Well, that's right. But I'm only using that because I've got anecdotal experience of it. But just flip it around and say you found an animal that had been like attacked by another animal and was limping away, dying, and you saw it. It hadn't been consumed as prey, but it had escaped, but it's not going to live. You should probably end its suffering. Like, it's not... You don't just come across that and go, well, fucking... whoops. Guess we'll just have to let that one play out. That would be outrageous. That's an outrageous position.
Are you enjoying our gardens?
Sure.
All the great secrets are right there, you know. You can watch the tiniest of seedlings grow, flourish, and die. But it's the pattern of all things that you're really seeing.
Okay. You have a flair for the dramatic.
I suspect we see the world through quite different lenses.
I don't know about that.
Sometimes I imagine myself as an old oak tree.
Oh, okay.
I watch the life which grows around me. I see the ivy, the moss, the fungi, leaching my nutrients as they go. And I don't blame them. I'm delighted by how life seems so different from me can somehow be the same as me. This old oak tree drinks water from the ground. They drink their water from me. They shrivel and die in a single season. But I shrivel and die over centuries. What kind of plant would you be, I wonder?
Is that a real question? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I would be... Alright, we've got to think about this, actually. Because being a delicious or medicinal herb means you're going to get eaten, doesn't it? The ancient tree thing that he talked about is kind of nice. He's talking about almost like, you know, symbiosis with, like, the things around him. Rosebush? Nah, it's too, like, too abrasive. A cactus? Bit boring. Fruit plant or a root vegetable. Grass or moss. I like his tree thing. I like his tree thing.
A grand old tree living inside our youngest citizen. I can honestly say that I didn't predict that. The patterns are not always easy to read.
Yeah.
Perhaps you and I will grow old in this garden together.
Why tend these gardens when our ancestors are long dead? I don't really want to ask him that. I think it's perfectly reasonable.
Thank you for stopping by, 1K. Yeah. I'm sure we'll meet again.
I'm sure too. Keep tending the gardens. That seems like a fine thing to do.
Hi, 1K.
Hello. Alley-ope. I didn't know we have cats. Have we always had cats? Did we always have cats in the robot society? Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Okay. What the hell are these? Are these... Is this like... the developers' cats? What am I looking at right now? Hold on. Milton. When everything changed, you made sure I wasn't alone. Dean. The nicest cat. Perhaps the only nice cat. That's not true. Who wrote this? Cats are great. Carlito. Oh, we did everything we could to save you. I hope there's an afterlife for cats. It's actually really, really sad. But I hope so too, Carlito. Castile. Half angel, half demon. All perfect. My god, this could be the whole game. What the hell is this? Damn, truly a special creature. So glad I saved you. Gru. He does look powerful. A powerful cat and a good friend. I miss you and I'm sorry I couldn't find you again. Where are they getting these pictures from? I'm gonna have to look this up. San, you were very gentle, beautiful, and I wish nature had been kinder to you. Oh. The little man, I'm so sorry, I wish I could have protected you. The old lady, undoubtedly the most powerful demon on Earth. Love you forever. She does look powerful. Oh. Sam, is it a cat or a tank? It's a cat. The tiny, quiet kind, impossible to pick up even with hands of steel. Are these are not robot cats, are they? There's not a chance. Not a chance. These have to be... The developers wouldn't do this to me, would they? They wouldn't put up emotional, moving pictures of cats here and just then have it be nothing. Mr. Oh, Zenta! He's still here. We found him. We found Mrs. Cat's Mr. Cat. There he is. The father of generations. Mr. Cat. Is there a... Yeah, we know there is. Yeah, we know there is. We know there's a Mrs. Cat. He's... I'm putting this... I'm leaving this screen on Mr. Cat when we're finished. Basemundo. No cat ever loved humans more than him. Would have been a perfect companion for Alexandra Drennan. It's weird, because it's like in-game. What is happening right now? Iris, your fluffy whiteness was like that of a cloud. A lot of shit in the background, to be honest, Iris. Max loved food so much he struggled with diarrhea. Cool. Wow. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure where I am right now and what I'm doing. Eva liked to play with laser beams. Most cats do like to play with laser beams. Yep. Frodo. I take one more step. It fit in any box, no matter how small. What's it got in its pockets, is there? Ivan, you raised us as much as we raised you. That's a cool quote. Right, there he is. Mr. Cat. We'll leave it there. Who's the best? We'll do I can't not choose the kitten, can I? We'll do like cat. Choose the best cat. I mean, I like this one. I have a hair in my mouth. I like this one because it's nice. Misha, the blackest cat, the devil's cat. Arya, alas, you've only ever sang for food. A cat hair? Yeah, it might be, yeah. It's fucking the diarrhea one getting his revenge. You've only ever sang for food. In loving memory of Bieber or Baber, the originator of the pigeon slaying industry, and just a cat with impeccable taste in humans. Just a cat, man. Just a cat. This got to be hard to beat. That's going to be hard to beat, but we'll keep going. Twiggy, She's napping in a better place now. That's quite sweet. Who's fucking... What's going on over here, though? Who's in the background looking on ominously? Twiggy, somebody's watching you. Meggie, silly ball of energy, smarter than all of us, left us too soon. I think that's true of all animals, probably. Donnie, fearless king, ruler of his domain. As big in heart as he was in volume. And has quite the fucking face. I gotta tell you a thing about Donnie, man. He has seen something. He's seen some things and some stuff. Whoa. Right, that will be hard to beat. Gina. Repeatedly killing things in the afterlife, but with love. Gina, this screen is stacked. You're not gonna make it, but it's a nice picture. It's gotta be... It's gotta... Look at this man's face. It's gotta be Donnie, the fearless king, the ruler of his domain. Oh, hello. Turns out that the Talos principle is mostly a game about cats. Don't know if you knew that. Do you think they actually like being petted by a mechanical buzzing android? Zera, destroyer of dreams. Okay. Katya. Well, now you came up with that name. She was a very curious cat. Donnie recreating the Lion King. The circle of... Okay. Assistant door scratcher and lap warmer. And teeth shower. Look at that. Let him know, Zuko. Louis, or Louis. We found you as a tiny street fighter and you grew up to be our best friend. Smart, fearless, and loving. That's just very sweet. And the cat looks very sweet. And I'm into this picture a lot. Whoa. Sausage. Her beautiful gaze is upon me and her presence gives me comfort. Smetana. Smetana? Smetana? White as sour cream, soft as cottage cheese. That's the worst one. She looks great, but he is soaking in the desert sun. Yeah, he is. Danny? Danny might be the winner, man. I didn't mind you eating my chips. Yeah, it could be. Smudge. Who did not like having his picture taken too much. We've found the game within the game. Destroyer of strawberries, master of play, expert napper. Alright. Zentar, what do you think? It's one of these two. Well, this one's really sweet, but unfortunately it has to contend with Danny, who ate the chips. Automod has just blocked your message. Here's my issue right now with your message, Zentar. But I personally don't have an issue with it because I think it's really funny. What I'm worried about is if I allow this, if I allow this via Automod, what happens when an actual Nazi turns up? Is Automod gonna deal with that for me? But I'll allow it. But I mean, I would like it on the record that I would still like Automod to sense check a Nazi for me. That would be nice. Yeah, all right, we'll leave it as Smudge. We'll do Smudge. Ginger, destroyer of carpets, devourer of food, connoisseur of cuddles. And a bit fed up with your shit, to be honest. Pepper, a spy in a former life, constantly monitoring all things from the shadows, expert arguer. I feel like I got a real sense of that cat from that description. Foxy. Even the foxiest among us eventually have to face their hounds. Whoa. What the fuck? What? Did Foxy go out to war? What happened here? Who fucking sent Foxy to the dogs, man? What kind of what kind of crazy quote is that? Eyeball, Psyche, Psycho. She of many names. I see. That's like Ozzy Osbourne's cat, isn't it? Do you remember that? You ever seen that? Ozzy Osbourne's cat? Wait a minute. It's a lot. This is long for maybe not a lot of payoff, to be honest, but we're doing it now anyway. We've decided.
Now fuck off, guy. Gus, Jim, Bill, whatever your fucking name is. 'Cause your name's gonna be dead if you touch this chicken. Don't go near my chicken. You understand? And don't even go there. Now fuck off, guy. Gus, Jim, Bill, whatever your fucking name is.
Whatever your fucking name is. Fucking love Ozzy Osbourne, man. What a life he has led. Foxy can tell you a few things about Nam, man. Yeah, it seems like it. Humanity at its zenith. Oh, fuck off. Asriel, we rescued you, then you rescued us. That is incredibly sweet. And the picture's so cute. Okay. That actually might be hard to top. Earl, beloved streamer? And accomplished typist. What the fuck? What kind of a cat is that? A typical Leo. He liked attention, delicately wrapping his tail around his paws and sleeping in awkward positions. Right, let me tell you, okay. Let me tell you why Leo is not going to win, alright? Leo will not be winning the choose the best cat competition because humans don't have star signs. Fucking cats definitely don't have star sign. No fucking horoscope is ever telling you what your cat's going to be up to. And not only that, even the people who write horoscopes are not that much of a fucking charlatan that they would try to say that. Legend, a wee boy who lived up to his name. Agreed. What a fucking legend. Right, it's probably going to be, it's got to be Foxy, hasn't it? It's got to be Foxy, man. Play, wait, what's the song? It's got to be... It's got to be Foxy. Made to wave the flag. Take it easy, Foxy. Congratulations. Oh, fuck. Alright. Lily? Foxy hanging outside an attack chopper. I'm off to face the hounds, man. Thank you for getting your hair everywhere. Well, that's just what cats do. It's a cool picture, though. Congratulations on the close-up. Evie, beautiful on the outside only. Alright. You can't put up a picture of this guy just snaking for no reason while apparently standing still, licking his lips, and then say, "This is Dipstick the cat," and just expect me to scroll past that. It's gonna be hard to beat Dipstick. It's gonna be hard. Lux and Void. Ah, that's cool. In calm, our love was filled. In play, laughter abounded. In war... What were these people? What were they doing with their cats, man? What are you talking about? In war? In war? These cats were in the trenches, were they? Paddington, there you go. That looks more like a cat. May you find many cuddles and carpets to pee on wherever you may be. Much love, KNS. Alright. Worf. Worf? Worf. Commander Worf? In different worlds but never apart. Best friends forever. A cosmic work of art. Worf. Is that how you do it? Lucy, you came to me, and ever since then, my life has been brighter. My number one. That's cute. Norma Jean. Why does she look like that, though? Your original father passed away, and I took you in. You were scared, but now I hope you're happy. Oh, that's, like, actually beautiful. But why does she look like that, though? Bitsy, you were taken from us too soon. I miss you more and more every day. Sweet dreams, baby. That's also really cute. Alright, it's gotta be Dipstick. Did we, you know, I remember speaking to somebody about this in the city. They were like, oh yeah, we all keep pictures of our cats and we never found where they are. And I'm so fucking happy I found this. You have no idea. Dick Cheney? This cat accidentally shot a guy, did he? For a creature with so much fur, you were always trying to keep warm with your oversized hats. It's gonna be hard to give the winner of the best cat competition on this screen to fucking Dick Cheney, to be honest. Cooper, the court jester of my heart. That's a great picture. What a fantastic picture. Chewie. Music is supposed to soothe the savage beast, but you were different. Might be Chewie. Mister, your ability to relax was unparalleled. Dom, I was always so glad that you never grew into your ears. Yeah, me too, actually. Stanley Biscuits, to the best neighbor I ever knew. Stanley Biscuits, I miss you every day. What is that name? Give me a break. Is that a cat's name? Kipper B. Wojcieshin? Here lies a cat who was devious. His cunning ways were quite mischievous, but we loved him all the same. Dana or Dana and Fox. The truth is out there. The truth. What does that word mean? Nens? Don't know. Well, it's gotta be Chewie then, because I can't give it to fucking Dick Cheney. Luna, her name is Luna. She smells like tuna. Alright. Saffron and Cayenne. May you hunt forever. I've just seen a ghost. Aero, never stop screaming. That's gotta be the winner on this one. Lena, my best friend who has always been the sunshine of my life. Ripley and Smaug. Sun sleepers, moth hunters, our favorite beasts. That's a good, like, naming rule for cats, isn't it? Just name them after big beasts and creatures. Yeah, fair enough. Sir, you were such a gentleman, and I miss you dearly. This cat is called Sir. Whoa. Lilu, you were such a diva and always judged me with your stares, but you were a furry sweetheart underneath it all. Miss you, darling. Where are we? We're just looking at cat pictures. I don't know, really. There's this whole thing here, and it's got pictures of cats in it, and we've gone round and chose the best cat from each screen, and I'm just having a great time. Senya, the best magic sausage in the world. Can't wait to see you again someday. Some of them are like really sweet as well. Jazzy and Gaia, for the most gentle and loving cats one could ask for. Jenny did not like to be held by the unworthy. And then back to Luna. I think it's gotta be Aero. Look at Aero screaming. It's gotta be Aero. So the winners is Carlito, just because it was so sweet. Mr. Cat, because what a name. Donnie, because this guy. Do not fuck with Donnie. Smudge, because Zentar said he looked like a famous person. Foxy, because apparently she's gone to war. Now, this is New Jerusalem. Yeah. I can't imagine we would be anywhere else. Dipstick, because that's also a great name. Chewy, because he's called Chewy. And Aero, because Aero is screaming. We did it. We chose the best cats out of all the cats. Milton's Rest. I see. But we probably should, like, make progress now. Like, actually at the museum.
Attention all citizens.
Oh, great.
The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Oh, don't say it like that. What the what kind of...
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
I don't know. Well, yeah, what, I don't see it. You're not selling anything.
The trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
Yeah.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface.
Okay.
Does anything there spark your imagination?
An internal monologue for 10 credits. Sensory tuning for 10 credits. Future prediction for 20 credits. A clean start for a variable price. Inner piece for 1,000 credits. I'll take inner piece for 1,000 credits.
Woo! Inner peace doesn't come cheap.
Yeah.
Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
How do I get credits, though?
So, something else perhaps?
Alright, tell me what a credit is, then.
Oh, you don't have any credits yet. Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits. Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now.
Well, what are they fucking worth anyway? You just made
wanted?
them. You just made them? Sensory tuning.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
Yep.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door?
What is this?
And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
Is she just a quack? I'll say yes, because otherwise I feel like I've been ripped off.
Okay, Few. I'll let you into a secret.
It's bullshit, innit, Helga?
You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to.
So have you just charged me...
So, something else perhaps?
Ah, fuck off. No thanks.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback?
Oh, yeah. Here comes a 1-star review.
Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
No.
Yes and no. Is a spare battery just complicated lithium? Or is it also an extra chance at life? Is an idea just a bunch of words? Or a way of reprogramming ourselves to be aware in a different way?
You are right, but I'm not happy about it.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, thanks, Helga.
Please come back if you need anything else.
I'll be taking those 45 credits straight to the bank. I'm sure nobody else deals in them in this entire city. Schuyler?
Oh, wow. It's you. You're 1K. The incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be.
What's going on over here?
How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life? Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the Mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Cerebral, of course.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Okay.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh, I see.
So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
Did you ask Byron? That seems like an absolute, like, smackdown considering what's just happened. Honestly, Helga's probably right. Just do, you know, just be happy.
Thank you for the advice, 1K.
Do it.
It means a lot.
If 200 people get together, they can collectively pacify someone. Is that true? Is that what all this is about? Damien?
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition. Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
Right.
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
What's he striking about? Is it a good thing? I mean, I signed the petition, so I probably agree with him. This is bad. Nah, you don't... He's intending to destabilize, and if I signed the petition, I must have agreed with it. So, the intention is to destabilize. That's fine. I disagree with you, but I support your right to strike. I mean, that sounds wrong, because I signed it. Your methods aren't wrong. I just support you, I guess.
Thank you. Your support means a lot to us. We need to get through to people. I heard it 15 times when he was practicing it. I think Catal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue. The technology you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
Okay. Well, I think I'm definitely in the camp of, like, let's use the technology positively, you know?
Oh, 1K.
Hello?
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Cornelius.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I
Yeah.
must admit I haven't been following the news.
I think Byron's in a
Sorry.
box.
Been a
now.
little lost lately.
Cornelius seems to have been at the megastructure with Athena.
Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise.
He was in the
They were
vision.
very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron. That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about something, but he wasn't responding to my messages.
Was Cornelius...
So I came here
what
to
have
talk
some...
to him,
Okay.
and he seems to have vanished.
What have we unleashed? I see. Where's he gone?
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past.
You checked his house?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all.
And his terminal?
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then... it is just his work terminal, right?
Yeah, I access terminals all the time, don't worry about it.
Good luck with everything, 1K.
Okay. What's going on with you? Purple?
Dude, you're 1K. It's so nice to meet you.
You're nearly 1K.
Sorry about Byron, dude. That's a real bummer.
Yeah, dude. What's going on in New Jerusalem, dude?
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious.
Right.
Don't know what'll happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
Who fucking made you, Purple? Have you ever met Cornelius?
Yeah, I come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Did we make a dumb robot intentionally? Alright, have a nice day, dude. Honestly, the New Jerusalem might be set up for failure. It might just be a thing. Notes. Lab location inaccessible. Deliberate unclear. User profile, yes. Gold puzzles as barrier, yes. Oh. Hidden as self-protection, likely. External help for upload, yes. Ask Herman, no. Trust 1K, undecided. Applicable to Calvin, no. Applicable to Cerebral. With Noma or Noema, I'm never sure about that, yes. Okay.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
Yeah, but where did it just put that? Does it just put it somewhere? Oh, is it just this that I grabbed this? No way. Okay, well, what's going on here? City news. The expedition to the Founders Island has suffered a serious setback as all contact with Byron was lost during a foray into the interior of the megastructure. Byron is assumed to be alive, but trapped within a data stream overload and unable to disconnect. Several sources in the government expressed a lack of surprise at this turn of events, citing the first companion's history of rash behavior. Hopefully this gets people thinking about the dangers of populism, one source told me. Whoa. It's been alarming to see people suddenly falling for this utopian foolishness. Alright, town crier. Gemifex 312 now open. Oh, but yeah, it's gotta be Gemi then. Very happy to announce that the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. Come play the 3 winning works at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Wonderful news. Alright. I should maybe... Am I supposed to check that out? Because I didn't do the Gehenna stuff in the DLC. I'm not sure if that's, like, making me miss out on some things. Okay, Neve says... The pessimist is commonly spoken of as the man in revolt. He is not. Firstly, because it requires some cheerfulness to continue in revolt, and secondly, because pessimism appeals to the weaker side of everybody, and the pessimist, therefore, drives as roaring a trade as the publican. person who is really in revolt is the optimist, who generally lives and dies in a desperate and suicidal effort to persuade all the other people how good they are. It has been proved 100 times over that if you really wish to enrage people and make them angry, even unto death, the right way to do it is to tell them that they are all the sons of God. Jesus Christ was crucified. It may be remembered, not because of anything he said about God, but on a charge of saying that a man could in 3 days pull down and rebuild the temple. Every one of the great revolutionists, from Isaiah to Shelley, have been optimists. They have been indignant not about the badness of existence, but about the slowness of men in realizing its goodness. The prophet who is stoned is not a brawler or a marplot. He is simply a rejected lover. He suffers from an unrequited attachment to things in general. It's from G.K. Chesterton. Rest in peace, Byron. Oh, TLDR. We don't know that he's dead. He may just be lost. Yeah, we don't know that he's dead. I was going to say something sarcastic, but you know what? In the spirit of optimism, I really hope so. We don't know what's gone on with Byron yet. We don't know. He's in a box. Where's the Gehenna stuff then? Did I already do this? Oh, I see. Did I already do this? Actually, don't know how to do it. Oh, well, of course I do, because... No. No, I don't. Because as soon as you... Because you have to have this open. Oh, yeah, but you have... it's so weird, because you have to have this open and this open. And I don't know if I want to waste all my time doing this. You have to have this open as well in order to do that shortcut. You can, like... think I get it. Okay, so now... Yeah. Oh, but I should have set that up first as well. Now this is unnecessary. Cool. Surely I already did this. I don't know where the Gehenna bit is, though. Oh, that's that fucking RPG game. Alright, well. We'll just have to leave that for another time. Apparently now I can depart again to the megastructure. But we think Cornelius might be there, is that why?
Founder bless you.
Yeah, see, some of these people...
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial.
I don't have a problem with
megastructure must
Byron
be rejected.
Like retracing the steps of the Founder. That seems like a fine and worthy goal and cause. But the problem is when these people get caught up on the idea that we're doing that because we're trying to follow the Founder. Well, not really. Listen to the ancient writers. We must be humble.
You are the Founder's chosen.
Yeah, the aesthetic of the city has
changed. You are in
changed.
grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
Yeah, how do you know?
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes. Have you not read the books of our ancestors? In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw.
No, incorrect.
Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility.
Stay stupid?
And
no.
Avoid ambition.
No, this is wrong, Malduk. Yeah, this can easily become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you can no longer imagine a better future, you cannot build one.
The very idea of a better future is what's rotten. That is what the ancients were trying to tell us. All the problems of the world come from those who think the world needs to be improved.
I do like this middle answer here. You, sir, are a moron of the highest order. I think I'm just going to say, shouldn't we try to make things better?
Yes. Progress is a fantasy. Things never truly change.
Oh, I misunderstood that answer.
Is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
Well, no, he's wrong. Anyway, but yes, you're right, Nam. The aesthetic of the city has changed significantly, but I thought it was just like a weather thing. It just seems like a weather thing. Yeah, so the thing is, like, I've said this before, right, on these streams. I'm a very pro-faith atheist, but I myself don't believe in any of it. I look at things like, for example, I look at a historical figure like Jesus Christ and feel like there was a lot to be learned from somebody like that who, you know, tried to generally treat other people with grace and dignity, you know, befriended prostitutes and outcasts despite the apparent greater wisdom of society. I kind of think Jesus Christ was a bit of a revolutionary. But I don't think he was the son of God, right? Me, personally. And so I'm not interested in, like, following his every word as the gospel. But I'm reasonable enough to say that's probably a person who had some good ideas that we can, like, learn a little bit from. So that's, like, the weird thing I'm getting with the founder here is, like, some of them want to treat the founder as, like, a, you know, a prophet to be not just to learn from the founder's journey, but to retrace her footsteps as clearly the only, you know, her footsteps and her words as clearly the only prophecy worth subscribing to. And I think that's a bit stupid. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to learn from the founder and her experiences. Would you say you're a non-resistant non-believer? Yeah, sure. On the evidence that I have available to me, it seems highly unlikely as to be unnecessary to consider that there is a God. If there were a God, I don't think that it would be some holy scripture penned by humans that would be able to determine he, she, or its intentions and, you know, system of morality or whatever it might be. And I also don't understand, one of the things that freaks me out actually with a lot of this stuff, which I think I've spoke about before, is when people get it into their heads that not only do they believe that there's a creator, but they think that they have subscribed to the idea that it is inherent to believing in a creator to imagine that that creator is entirely benevolent and wants the best. And that is like a logical jump that I find really difficult to comprehend, because I don't see any of that. I see evidence against that for the most part, so I don't really follow along with that. But at the same time, so the reason I say I'm pro-faith now is because I think that you know, I know people and I have friends and I have family who hold their faith and religious beliefs very dear to them, and in every instance of that, at least as far as I can think of, in my experience with the people in my life, it you know, gives them certain fulfillment that makes them happy and makes them at peace with things that they might not otherwise be at peace with. Like, you know, I think it can be beneficial to people, so that's okay. I guess, like,
could you join us for a quick debrief?
I'm firm in my belief for me, but I'm just not militant about it, though. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'm not here to convert people to the cause of atheism.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well, while the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
The island has technology that we can't afford to ignore. That's true.
Exactly. Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
What the hell does that mean? We should beware the fate of those who wield power beyond their reckoning. Beyond their reckoning? Yeah, we should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity. And, like, honestly... yeah, that's true.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
How and why?
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly.
So are they saying that our
the
morality...
great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
Are they saying that our morality has been, like, tailor-made? That, like, we don't have access to certain archives, but, you know, by design or something? Man, this comes back to that heart attack question again. That's not a mistake. Judging good and bad is very important. What do you mean? What do you mean that? I don't know what you mean. That's not a mistake. Sorry, I don't know what that bit means. I think I would let the scholars investigate it. I think that's what I'd do. Helga said something like, it comes back to the same old mistake, deciding what's good and bad. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, judging good and bad is very important. But I don't really understand the premise, because there are people currently who exist in New Jerusalem who have determined that certain people are acting good and certain people are acting bad, right? When I say that they've determined that, I don't mean that they have decreed and made it so, but I mean that in their own personal judgment, they have seen the actions, thoughts, and or writings of others and have determined whether they believe that to be beneficial or malevolent. So we're already doing that. So like, what's the golden ticket here? You know what I mean? We're clearly not locked out of that process. But are we missing a sort of key component of the archives allowing us to make more significant decisions or something? Are we locked out so that we're not too immoral? But who's deciding that? Prematurely judging people is just as bad as refusing to condemn and act against evil. That is true. But you're telling me that they're prematurely judged. I don't know that. Some of the, you know what I mean? Some of the people who are having problems with Herman and stuff, man, it's so, they've got a whole manifesto, you know? I haven't been involved in this society long enough to know whether they're prematurely judging. Who are you to say they're prematurely judging? I think I would let the scholars investigate.
Yes, our wisdom will be essential in unraveling its secrets.
You're not the only people who can read a line of code, Rand.
You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Yeah, you know, if I say Nam, you know, Donald Trump's a bit of a bastard, you're free to say, well, I don't think that's the case. But I don't think it would be reasonable for you to say, oh, you've made a premature judgment call. You know what I mean? Because I think that guy has like been in my face for long enough for my view to have matured.
What can I do for you, 1K?
I don't fucking know, to be honest. What do you think about the technology?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now.
Alright, Herman, you're...
what is the cost, 1K?
Why are you in charge?
There's always a cost.
Who elected you? See you later.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Yeah, fuck off. Alright, let's go.
What did the mayor say?
You don't want to know.
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
Where's Melville?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
I think what's going on with politics.
Melville?
Okay, well, give me a
minute. Are you
minute.
receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix.
Okay, more
But please
lasers.
remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Well, I just think that's a bold thing to say, Alcatraz, but sure. I would also like to get Byron out. I get it. I do get it. I think what's going on with politics is too many issues get entangled. It's suspicious how people go for the package deal of left or right when there are good and bad arguments on both sides on different issues. Sure. I do agree with that. Here's the thing, though, with all of that, and why I'm just cautious about making those kind of statements. I think that left and right have become terms, first of all, that people use incorrectly. That when people are trying to describe where something sits on the political spectrum, I think primarily because of the way that this stuff is fed through to people through various media outlets and stuff, I think it has given people an unclear picture and an unclear idea of what these things actually mean. And so the words have lost value and meaning. I have opinions, and some of them are stronger than others, and I am sure that I do have some opinions that people would consider to be extreme positions. I don't decide on my opinions based on where I think they fall on any kind of spectrum. I hold my opinions because I believe them to be correct, and I am also aware that my beliefs may be wrong, and I am prepared to be challenged on them and prepared to change my mind. But I don't, like, you know, I don't have an opinion because I think it's left or because I think it's right. And I'm using right in the political spectrum sense of the word. I just have an opinion because I think it's correct. But then on the flip side of that, what I would say is a lot of people would say, probably not of all my opinions, but of some of my opinions for sure, people would hear me relay them and then they would say, oh, so you're on the left then. And that statement, the problem is that that statement is both correct and wrong, right? Because if I say that I believe in redistributive economic policy generally, they would be right to say, okay, so you're on the left then. Well, they'd be actually much more correct if they said that opinion that you hold aligns with the left of the you know, of the political spectrum. Correct. But that's not why I hold that opinion, right? Number one. But also number two, it doesn't mean that everything else that I think will align with that, you know, with like the dot on the compass, you know, put it in for redistributive economic policy, and then everything else that Kelston thinks is going to be what that dot says he should think. Obviously that's not true, but I think people do think that that's true. Nobody will say they believe something because it's their tribe. It's just suspicious to me that people's opinions don't randomly fall left on right, but are so highly correlated. Well, but then I think there's just an element of opinions will be correlated though, won't they? Because opinions are formed from value sets, right? And are formed from, like, you know, positions of morality or you know, just the position of your values. And so there will be correlation. Because, so, like, you know, why does Kelston believe in redistributive economic policy? Because Kelston probably believes that the economic landscape of society is unfair. Okay, from that, we can also derive that he would have some other ideas, you know, that might align with that. It's not... It's a little bit like... it's a little bit like when you talk about, like, art and stuff, or when people study literature, you know, to a heavy degree. You actually can't do it. I firmly believe this. You can't actually study art and literature or anything comprehensively without understanding the intentions of the author, the artist, whatever it might be. Now, you might get, as does happen sometimes, more anonymized pieces of art or writing that are still worth something. It's still worth something to investigate them. I'm not saying that if you're unable to determine the intentions of the person who created something, that you might as well forget about analyzing that. Obviously, that is nonsense. But to comprehensively understand something, I think you must understand the intentions of the person who wrote it. Sometimes you can understand the intentions of the person who wrote it without having been told the intentions of the person who wrote it, but working it out from the text, for example. That's also legitimate and fine. But in order to understand somebody's positions on, for example, economic policy, I think you must understand where their values are. You must understand where they're coming from. But then once you do that, you will get correlation. Hello, by the way, Anne. Good to see you. I agree with you that values are important, but so much politics is also making empirical claims and refusing to deny difficult trade-offs. It's not like, okay, I agree this or that difficult trade-off exists, but on balance, I value that more. People have to deny the other side has any reasonable point at all. Sure, but I think it's the... it's not an argument, Anne, but this is a very... This is a very philosophical game. It isn't really it's not a political game. I suppose it is slightly, but it's more a philosophical game and a philosophical exploration of ideas. And some ideas were being explored, and we're having a healthy discussion about it that we're enjoying. I don't really do arguments here because I have people that will agree with me on things, and I have people that will disagree with me on things, and I think they're all valuable and worthy. So it's definitely not an argument, and I like having this discussion with Nam. Denying any reasonable point, that is a problem, Nam. That is a problem when people dismiss the other side entirely. But again, I'm trying to put it into context to, like, understand. So if I go back to, again, what I'm talking about with, like, Kelston believes in redistributive economic policy, okay? So I understand, I fully understand and comprehend that there are trade-offs associated with that, and that there are losers and winners associated with that. But I have determined once I've sort of considered it and understood where my starting point is and why I believe in that, that I have deemed those difficult trade-offs that you're talking about as acceptable in the pursuit of what I believe to be the correct thing to do. And again, I'm not trying to say this as a preacher. I'm just trying to give you I'm just trying to explain to you what I think. I understand that those difficult trade-offs exist. Now, if somebody wants to argue the other side of it to me, and they want to talk about, you know, the power of, like, wealth owners in wealth creation and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. I know where they're coming from, but the way that you have phrased that last sentence gives me a little bit of cause for concern, because you're saying people have to deny that the other side has any reasonable point at all. I accept that they have a point. I'm not sure how... What do you mean reasonable? What does that mean? Because to me, I decided to think this way because I think this is more reasonable than thinking the other way. You know what I mean? I obviously think that their view is less reasonable than mine, or else I wouldn't think this way. I try to think reasonably. I'm not saying that they are irresponsible and degenerate human beings for thinking that, but I obviously think that my position is more reasonable. Or else why would I think it? Why would I think anything at all? About anything? Yakult is playing with his drone. Honestly, Yakult, I feel like Melville brings a lot to the expedition. Alcatraz is a bit of a gamer, but we'll allow him to hang around. Byron, obviously, seems important. I don't really know why Yakult's here.
I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm going to need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that. But if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream. Possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
For example, on redistribution, the left tends to deny that taxing the wealthy has any effect on innovation. The right tends not to acknowledge inherent unfairness. It's very rare that someone will acknowledge all uncomfortable empirical points and then have a well-considered position. Sure, well, I think...
Puzzles, but you can't activate the tower.
Let me let Melville finish.
You connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
I think that part of I'm gonna say like part of why you think that, but not just you, part of the reason that a lot of people think that, I think, is because of the way that things are presented and particularly marketed. Actually, it's not good enough anymore in 2025 for a person who is, for example, seeking to implement their, chosen line of policy to simply make it a coherent point. I wish that it were, and perhaps we can get to a position where that is the case, but they have to try to market it to people in order to make it relevant and to cut through, and often that involves the kind of decrying of the other side in that exaggerated way that you're talking about. And yeah, you're probably right that it is rare that people hold that fully comprehensive position and that fully comprehensive understanding of what it is that they're advocating for and what they're saying. But I guess that doesn't mean I'm dismissive of it, right? I'm a competent and reasonable human being, and I can make my own mind up. I'm encouraged when people want to present me with new ideas. But I won't fall for the scream sheets, though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a read, I'm gonna have a research, and I'm gonna see what I think. But I wouldn't want to discourage their ideas. But yeah, taxing the wealthy. I'm unclear if I think that it has a detrimental effect on innovation. I think that you would have to define what you understand the term innovation to mean in order for me to determine that. It can hinder certain advancements and societal progress and industrial progress and things like that. Innovation is a bit more of an ethereal concept or something. You know what I mean? It's a bit more like everybody's in. Well, I will go back to this thing again that I was speaking about. You know, the collective wisdom of the room versus the one cardiologist when Kelson's having a heart attack and all that stuff. Everybody's innovative. And it's definitely the case that there will be wealth in the hands of people who are if the determining factor for wealth was your level of innovative thinking, then we've regularly made a mess of that. But obviously that isn't the determining factor, nor should it be, by the way. I'm not disagreeing with your policy. I think there should be some. No, yeah, sure. But I'm not really talking about that policy because I want to advocate for it, or because we should discuss whether we think it's the right thing or the wrong thing. Obviously, I think it's the right thing because I mentioned that I said that. But I don't care about that as like it's a little bit irrelevant to this discussion. But yeah, people are tribal. Also, though, people are busy. You know what I'm saying? People are fucking busy. They haven't always got the time to be working all this shit out. You know? They're busy and they're stressed. And they got 1,000,001 things to do. And only 1,000,000 days to do it. And they don't always have the time to think. Like, I'm just cautious about going in too hard on people for like, oh, you haven't fully considered your position, you dick. You know, well, yeah, maybe they haven't. You know what I mean? They got 2 kids crying upstairs, and you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, maybe some people do that, but in the broader scheme, is it okay if they do? I mean, maybe it is. I think it's more important that people learn how to develop like a value system and explore it and test it than to kind of understand the nuance of every position that they wish to take. I think there's just a lot of people who, again, like you're saying with the trade-off thing, they don't want to accept that these things exist on scales, and that coming down on one side of the scale will make the other side of it go up. And people just need to be a little bit more at peace with that. I don't think that they have to scrutinize every single policy position put before them. There's just an example. I understand you make the point you considered and you don't care what side it's on. Politics is special because you're supposed to have very strong opinions despite not having any expertise. I guess, yeah, but I think I probably just gave an impassioned speech about why I think it's okay for people to not have very strong opinions. Actually, that's all right. But I agree with you. I think most people would say, yes, you must believe, right? You must wave the flag of the banner that you march behind, right? You must. Whatever. Usually, if you don't know much about a subject, you don't have strong opinions on it. Yeah, well, again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but one of the things I found really interesting recently was we had this vote in the United Kingdom about assisted dying. So I think it passed the third reading in Parliament, which means it's very likely, maybe even relatively set in stone, depending on amendments from the House of Lords to become law, that people will be able to have an assisted death in the United Kingdom under very, you know, there are many, many conditions to this policy. Once again, the reason I'm bringing this up is I am not a fucking expert on it. I thought that the discussions around it were really very interesting, and I was following along with some of them because, well, I think it's a fucking really big deal, you know? But I am not an expert on it. I found it particularly interesting to hear, like, the opinions of medical professionals who work with people with terminal and chronic illnesses. I am not saying those things separately because I think for the most part it's in order to help people who are suffering with both. It was very, very interesting, I thought, to get their opinions on it. And yeah, I think in the end I decided that it's probably a good thing that we're going to legalize it with a fucking boatload of safeguards and checks in place, and that they should be robust and rigorous. But yeah, I think people find it they find it scary sometimes to take part in a discussion or to get involved in something that they feel like they don't know a lot about. I think it can be very enlightening, and I think people should do it a little bit more. But again, you have to have humility to do that, don't you? You have to approach it from a position of, you know, I might fucking not know a lot about this, so let me learn then. What is that? By the way. How am I supposed to get to number 1? Can we just go down? Or is it down here? Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Number 1. Anyway, there are puzzles in this game. Don't know if you knew that. There are sometimes. Phase entry. Okay. What? Alright, take teleporter. Weird. How do I get out? Oh, I just used the ladder. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Huh. What am I trying to achieve though? Oh. Okay. Oh, so... Well, no, because I can't get that. Do I need the teleporter to be over there somehow? No. Maybe... Oh, okay. Right. Hasn't worked the way I thought it was going to work. What can I do with this, though? How can I do anything, actually, with this? Because I can't... I'm sure I can't carry things through here. Yeah. That would include, like, this. But I can throw them over if I have something to press the button down. But I don't have something to press the button down. So, What do I do with that? Oh! I can teleport holding the box. Which is pretty interesting. Because then... Yeah. Then I can do this. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. It's fine. Nice. New interface content available. Teleportation. Yeah, sure. Guest users are locked out of all functions. Only 1K can access the system. Fair enough. Yeah, that was pretty good, actually. If that... I like Teleporter Land. If that's what we're going to be dealing with, I quite like that. It seems like a good mechanic overall. Oh. Oh. This is actually a really, really nice area, isn't it? It feels so different. All the snowy mountains and whatever. Okay, the escape. Right. Okay. Gonna get me into here, but I don't know. Oh. Oh, I think I get it. Think I can get that through here? Yeah. Okay, so now I can do that, that, and that. And boom, we've got one of these. Then... Yeah. Hold on. How was that? Oh, right. Oh, right, okay. Ah. Oh, right, but... Yeah, obviously I can just get everything here. Where I want it to be. I don't even know if you need to do that. Why would you need to do that? Can't you just do this? Oh, right, because I need to... Yeah. Nice. Okay. Cool. I'm into these. This is fine. Thing is, how possible is it going to be to get stuck somewhere? That's really the question. 3. This area, like, might be my favorite area. Look at it. Through the wall. Through the wall. Yeah. Well, I'm going to take that with me because Oh, I see the problem. Interesting. Well, I mean... Is that cheating? I mean... Surely the landscape was designed to accommodate that.
Good solve, 1K.
Yeah. Thank you, Yakult. I once again forgot you were a part of this expedition. Thanks for playing the game. I honestly think, you know something? Those big discussions that the Talos principle prompts, it's actually important to engage with them because the game is actually complicated. And when you've got your brain thinking about complicated things in a comprehensive way, it's actually very useful, I think, to help solve the puzzles.
What is it?
Don't be like that. What's going on with the systems?
Now, I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack.
Yeah.
Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Have we heard from Byron?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
Okay. What about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project, and he was brilliant.
I mean, do androids
When he encountered a
age
problem,
or like...
he'd always remain calm and keep working at it
Yeah, I mean-
until he found a solution.
What's going on?
I wish I could be that patient.
Hashtag Team Melville, there he is. Why didn't Athena and Cornelius just both vanish together? Good to see you, Notch.
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
I hope we didn't scare Anne off, by the way, with the big, deep Talos principle discussion. I promise, if you're still here, that wasn't the intention. This game just... You can't play this game and not have discussions. I think it kind of mandates it. We should... Well, let's do both. Look at that. Oh, just call me the... Well, hold on. Relax for a minute. Well, I really need this, but how do I get... Oh... Wait, what? Oh, what? Oh, it's fine. Hey, not sure. You ready to see a new mechanic? Whoa. Okay. Don't worry about it. Best new mechanic ever. Teleportation. Don't you see? Can't teleport through these, can you? No. Don't really know how I can take that with me because isn't it just gonna... Yeah. Do I need to take that with me? I think so. know how I would do it otherwise. There's no, like, hole in the wall. Oh, but can I go around the back? Wait. It's not... That's not gonna matter. I have a mechanics question, but I don't know if it's a spoiler. Can you ask it in a way that... doesn't spoil? I don't know. Don't understand what to do here. Because... How do I keep this door open? Only way I keep that door open is with that laser. And then I just can't interact with anything. Oh. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous, sprawling, an area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety.
My question was, if the connector is on a box, can you move it around? I think you can, yeah. Yeah, I think you can, but... Oh, but like lit up though? I don't know. We could try that, because I don't know if I've ever tried that. So, like, if I do this, right? Nah, and like, obviously, if I was holding it in my hand, I can teleport, but not, you know, it's not lit up while it's in my hand. Wait, I'm lost. Follow the signs. Don't get carried away. Where's number 4? Can't believe you haven't beat this yet. Are you even a Lord Byron fan? Not sure. You missed the start of the stream today, didn't you? I might have some bad news for you about Byron. Whoa. Okay. How do we break it to him? Now? Did you miss it? Not sure, or were you lurking? I don't know. Well, we might have some bad news to break to you. You need the... Oh, am I lost again? You need the plate thing, not a box, to carry a connector. Yeah, you gotta like teleport into it, right? But you still can't light it up while you're holding it. Bad news, I wasn't here. Yeah, Byron's in a box. I don't know what to tell you. Byron's in a box. That's really the only way I can describe it. He got eaten by a box. He's now in a box. I think. It's a little bit hard to work out. He's not here. We had to leave him in the megastructure because he got, like, consumed. City by the sea. When I realized it was over, it was all really over for good. Oh, when I realized it was over, it was all really over for good. I decided to take one last trip to my favorite places before the symptoms got too much. I could never forgive what they did to Chorkidiki. That's what I'm going to say. This incredible, wild, rugged place between mountain and sea, with pine trees all the way down to the water. The colours, the vistas, the sheer overwhelming beauty of it all. And they just built all over it. Hideous hotels sprawling like tumours, obscene beach bars blaring their awful music across the sea, even in Kavorotrips? I don't know, man. It was impossible not to hate humanity a little for it. The idea of all of it returning to nature, these weird names are throwing me. The idea of all of it returning to nature, of the hotels gradually sinking back into the reed fields was moving and beautiful. But then I went back to Thessaloniki, and for all the ugliness inflicted upon that city, the idea that people would no longer meet up beneath the Camara, or go for long gambling walks on the promenade, or for crepes on Platea Navarino, was unbearably sad. The idea of the rotunda just standing there, empty, after being a sacred place for so many centuries, it made me remember that it's not just beaches and forests that are beautiful, that cities can be more than just streets and noise. Cities can have histories and personalities, and that means something. Who am I writing this for? Do I believe there will be survivors after all? Do I think that crazy robot project I heard about will actually work out? Do I hope that aliens will come to our planet one day and wonder who we were? The truth is that I don't know, but there is something in the love we feel for the beautiful things that we built, as much as in our revulsion towards unnecessary destruction, that matters. That's true. You just left him? I mean, I had no choice. I had no choice. You know what I mean? Elysium, he's in the triangle now. He's one with the triangle. My brother lives in Thessaloniki. No way. No fucking no way. Nobody lives there. I was Team Byron. I think I'm still Team Byron on the whole. Good riddance. How is that bad news? I was Team Melville. I couldn't care about Byron. He was an instigator and not a team player. I see. I'm hopeful that our protagonist leaves everyone behind but Melville. We are trying to ditch Yackle, but he's just hanging around. Unfortunately, the green robot is here to stay. This is a good question by Miranda. Why didn't our ancestors understand that you can build in ways that make an area more beautiful instead of ruining it? Even if all they cared about was personal benefit, wouldn't that benefit them more? And Cornelius is now involved, saying in the long run, yes, but people rarely think about the long-term consequences, especially if there's an incentive to act immediately. And yet most of them were unhappy with the results. Couldn't they see that it was within their control to act differently? I think cities and stuff do have personalities, don't they? And they can be beautiful. They can be moving. They can be emotional. They can have they can have all kinds of emotions tied to them. I don't know. I don't think that's such a controversial thing. From LD Armans, can you point me in the direction of a better timeline? Humans are problem solvers is a quote frequently associated with my friend Alexandra Drennan. It's become a meme on the internet, used both ironically and not, though Alexandra, of course, is entirely earnest in her dedication to humanity. It's a great thought and vital to understanding our species. But it's also not entirely as simple as that. Take, for example, the recent extinction of the orangutan and the ensuing conversation about the dangers of unknown pathogens released by human activity. Most of us agree that a problem exists, and significantly, most of us believe that something ought to be done about it. So we've identified the problem, and we have collectively decided to act. So why is nothing happening? That's a serious question. A great deal of effort is expended on raising awareness, but I would like to suggest that sometimes our problem-solving impulses can get stuck on the wrong goals. Awareness is not the issue. We've already convinced people that something needs to change, so if nothing changes, we have to wonder, why is the will of the people not being translated into action? She's also capable of being devastatingly sarcastic, but that's another story for another book. The only thing I would say with that is, I feel like I need further context to understand this. Identifying a problem and collectively deciding to act doesn't necessarily mean that you have the solution, does it? The green robot will end up Kelston's favourite before the end of the game. Nah, fuck that guy. No. Venice has a personality? Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. Athens, right? Athens is probably as important as any fucking mountain, you know? In terms of, like, holding something poetic within it. I think my city, well, I don't really live exactly in the city, but Manchester, that's very, very nearby, I think is, you know, an incredibly culturally significant place, and the existence of the type of people here in close proximity and the things that they have built over centuries is, you know, important to preserve, actually, in some way. You do it the right way. Maybe the problem that they didn't have, the problem was that they didn't have enough hope. They could see the problems, but they couldn't imagine that one day these problems could be solved. I don't know. The problem is, Miranda, can all problems be solved? It's easy for people to get lost in the problems of the present that they think... it's easy for people to get so lost in the problems of the present that they think nothing will ever change. They lost hope because the historical circumstances they found themselves in encouraged despair, but that in turn meant the conditions could not change. How do you go against history itself? So Cornelius is saying that if you are in despair, then you are incapable of progressing change, which seems wrong on the whole. Athens is one of those places I really wanted to go. Well, it's just a very historical place, isn't it? A very significant place. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 372. Yemo died today. One moment he was there, wielding a joint on the upper levels of the tower, and the next he was gone. When we say... Oh, I thought it said wielding, it says welding. I was going to say, when we say wielding a joint, what are we talking about? One careless step, that's all it took. Athena brought him to the dam, but even Cornelius couldn't help. Yemo is gone. Now there's only 12 of us. I think about Yemo every day. So do I. You did nothing wrong, you weren't even there. I was. So what, he fell, I suppose? Seemed like he fell. Okay, we just got a recharge. Recharge.
This is a design for an improved charging station.
Oh.
Fascinating, but not relevant.
Alright, thanks, Melville. See what I mean? Not sure. Fucking bring back Byron, man. What kind of a voice line was that? Grow up, Melville. Right, where am I going? Have I got sidetracked again? I'm lost. Bring back Elohim. He keeps coming back, actually. We've been having a few visions recently. Oh. Dyad. Right. Interesting. Oh, really? But now what? Alright, hold on. I think we have to reset. Oh, I know. I gotta take that thing. Okay, now we can get out of here. Okay. All right, it's all coming together. Nailed it. Congratulations, everybody. We're saving the world. Private message. 1K, we need a quick chat. I was glad to hear your intentions for the Somnodrome. It's clear. Oh, it's clear Doge was right to bring us together. If you do find a working device, you must not let it fall into a single set of hands. If I can't be there to help you, you must share it with the world. This is kind of like crazy talk, Linux. What the fuck? Expedition mega thread. Please post your thoughts on the expedition in this thread, and keep it civil. I think the powers that Athena has unlocked are world-changing, and it's our responsibility to use them to lessen suffering for all living things. We know, we heard you broadcast. I think we're being tested, and Byron failed the test. What happened to Byron was an accident. Is there a difference, ultimately? Yes, there is. No one's actually seen Athena or Cornelius or Miranda at the megastructure. They could all still be aliens. I feel like we need to at least think about the potential of all these new technologies. Maybe the Founder is trying to teach us how to use them. Why is everything malfunctioning on the island now? Is it because of Byron? He was still logged into the system. His presence may be destabilizing it somehow. Or it's Pandora. She seems to want to stop the team. Honestly, I wonder if Pandora is just somehow malfunctioning. Like she's supposed to protect the megastructure, but she can't tell friend from foe. The choice of Pandora as a symbol cannot be accidental, and the message is obvious. The megastructure is Pandora's box, and we should not open it. Well, I disagree, Elwyn. But that's fine. I don't think you should save the world. Instead, help Elohim to power. Hello. Yakut. I remembered.
Hey, 1K.
Hey.
How can I help you?
What's going on?
The southern part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current, or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output.
Sounds dangerous.
New Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
Do you know Cornelius?
Yeah, everyone knew Cornelius. After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning. Except I guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past, always studying the archive and the simulation.
Okay.
But he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
Are you disappointed in him?
No, just surprised. Maybe a little sad that he felt he couldn't trust anyone with the truth.
Do you think Byron's okay?
I hope so. I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more careful.
Yeah, he was kind of impatient. I'll give you that. What did you do in New Jerusalem? Yeah, what the fuck do you do, Jakob?
Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL.
I see.
We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside,
what I mean? This guy
the
could...
truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions.
This guy could not exist,
There's a
and it would be alright.
Bill's always complaining.
The state of affairs could cost lives. In the future, we won't need them anymore. Societies unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure cannot remain functional. We have to learn to live with less, be more creative. You're doing that. This one.
When you put it like that, it seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
Alright, see you later, man. Whoa. Okay, translocator. Interesting. Okay. Oh no, what? Was I supposed to do something about that? I don't know. No, we were definitely... Oh, okay. Fine. Too easy, man. Talos principle? Wait, I just said too easy, man, and fucking Siri woke up. Is that how you say hello in Australian? Is she, Oh, too easy. Perhaps maybe I've changed the way Siri operates. Aerial warp. Right. Well. Doesn't really help us at all. But I can't climb this. Aha. I just ruin it? Not exactly. Right, well, that was annoying. Nailed it. I want to try and get to the inside of this structure before the end of today, I think, because we're like one puzzle away now. New interface content available. A matter of taste? Oh my god, I've got a reply. Witnessing all this incredible technology discovered by the expedition has given me an idea for something we could do if we had the resources and energy. Taste buds. Seriously, how have we gone for so long without something our ancestors considered so essential? Don't you want to know what pizza tastes like? What it's like to eat chocolate, to have an apple? What the deal is with fizzy drinks? Sheer range of new experiences. It's overwhelming just to imagine it. Why change ourselves when we are what we were meant to be? You know, we're all upgraded, right? This isn't our original design in the first place. And what's next? We start killing animals again just for the pleasure of tasting them? We cover the earth in fields like our ancestors did? Subjugate the natural world for our own greed? I don't think we... okay. I want to know what frogs taste like. Declan is right. Now, I think enriching our conscious experience makes the universe more aware of its splendor. Look at that. There's an answer. Beautifully put, 1K. We could do smelling too. I'd like to know what cat fur smells like. And after that, new senses that old school humans never had. Look at that. We will be better. Nothing to fucking say, as per usual. What is this number 7? I guess I already did like 8. Right. Oh, okay. Bring an item to swap. What? How would I do that? I predict when plant-based meals become actually palatable and cheaper, we will suddenly collectively realize how horrible factory farming is. And not understand how we ever did that. I think that you're right and that we will eventually get there. I don't think that it is merely things becoming palatable and cheaper that will lead to that particular line of progress. I think that the barriers will also be like just fucking weirdos. You know what I mean? You always have to, everything, whenever you're trying to predict the future, you have to like include the sort of weirdo factor, you know? As a possibility. I think I understand what I've done wrong here. Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, right. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, of course. Well, now what? Now do we just... Okay, we need to see how to solve the other bit. Oh, it's like very solvable. Easy.
An excellent solution.
Yeah, a little bit like, I guess, Nam, a little bit like these robots are dealing with. Where there are always people who, like, they want to abide by something that they consider traditional before they've even really understood what that means. You know what I'm saying? And that has to be overcome. You can't just dismiss it. You have to bring them along as well. From Arkady Chernyshevsky's In Our Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. The question of our relationship with nature has bedeviled us since the earliest days of our species. Since before the first city was built, we felt that there was something different about us. Animals, we intuited, were part of nature. We were not. But of course, humans clearly are the products of nature, our history intertwined with that of every other species. In fact, the very notion of the unnatural is a contradiction in terms. Everything that exists must, by definition, be natural, so this view, no matter how common, is deeply paradoxical. This paradox has produced a great deal of confusion. Some proclaim us chosen by a divine power, set above all other creatures, and are justly accused of arrogance. Others proclaim us sinners, worse than other creatures, and are rightly accused of misanthropy. Others yet try to oppose this binary by saying that we are merely animals after all, but that too is manifestly wrong, in that no other animal is capable of having this conversation. It is in the contentious issue of our impact on the ecosphere that an answer may be found. Other animals have accidentally terraformed the planet before, driving other species to extinction. This is not unnatural. If we continued our current path, even to the point of changing the climate enough to cause the collapse of civilization, that would be entirely in keeping with how animals behave. There is one profound way in which we are not like animals. We can learn to understand ourselves and the world. It is this knowledge that makes us fundamentally different. We have choices, we have control. There are many today who are afraid of the consequences of control and would prefer a return to a state of animal ignorance, whether by blinding ourselves to the impact of our actions or by demanding we humble ourselves before nature. This is the response of an adult in crisis who wishes for a return to childhood, but this can only ever be regressive in every sense of the word. To resolve the paradox of nature, we must act as adults, accept our power, and act consciously and deliberately in shaping the world. We must become nature, and nature must become human. This is the heart of the matter, lifting up the world rather than lowering ourselves. But why do so many people so badly want to lower themselves? Do they want to, or is it simply a convenient pose to strike? I mean, I think Cornelius is pretty spot on. But, I mean, that's all true, isn't it? I want to protect the climate. I think that, you know, technology and the advancement of science is one of the ways that we do that. It's not a bad thing. AI servers are a bad thing. I get it. But that, you know, that's this bit of technology. Technology is all of that. And AI servers are this. So this doesn't mean that all of that should be done away with. That's how culture always works, though, even the good bits. Wait, what do you mean? You mean the weirdos, the idiots? Yeah. Upgrade. We upgraded the lab with my new design. Synthesizing some of the pieces took longer than expected. We still have some bugs to iron out when it comes to complex structures, but it worked. Now the labs are safer and prettier. Although Father says they look too much like spaceships. I don't see it, do you? People doing things they don't fully understand. True. True. This is one of the themes of the game so far has been like, you know, oh, we shouldn't try to understand more because it might be dangerous to understand. Whereas my entire ethos is actually, you know, built on the reverse. I'm not saying like the game is trying to drill the idea into me. I think there's just some characters who are like, whoa, whoa, no, don't research that thing. We don't need to know about that. But actually, you know, we fully understand things. We can fucking do things we fully understand. suddenly, the path to progress is less windy than it was previously.
Today, we were delighted to be visited by a bunch of protesters, these voluntary extinction weirdos who think we're creating soulless monstrosities that will destroy the planet. They broke into the facility and started yelling at everyone. Fun, 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 right? Then one of them lunged at Alex. Big mistake. Chernyshevsky grabbed the guy and literally threw him across the room. I mean, almost threw him all the way off the dam. After that, the rest of them had a change of heart.
Okay.
Now, I'm telling you this because mostly it is not like that. But these people do exist. And somewhere in their shriveled little souls, they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're being righteous. Now, to me, what Alex is trying to do is an obvious good. But that's not the same for everyone.
Chernyshevsky sounds like, is it just M. Bison?
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
What? Oh, Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
Did I know that? In what way is Cornelius Miranda's father? In what way? Oh, of course. Oh, this is a joke. How am I supposed to do this? Can you stack that on top of it? Oh, fuck. Well, I see the problem. Is there something else on the other side? Not really. And the problem is, if you do this, it doesn't really, like, it has to be on the box. But then something has to be... Surely it must be this. But then what? Oh. I'm just doing the same thing in a different... Oh, there we go. I was doing the right thing. I was doing the right thing. Okay. Well, is it quicker to go this way? Ooh, there's another underground lab. Maybe we won't get to the... No, we're gonna have to get to the creature. Fucking hell.
Look at this place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think.
You say so.
You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions, it all draws you further in. deeper into the trap. What if that's the whole point of this place? What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted, overwritten with the hubris of this place?
Yeah, let's not be superstitious.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself. Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal. If this is all really the work of the Founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready. But once we find Byron, I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
Gonna be something about anti-gravity? Dear Founder, everything has gotten so much worse since you left. We keep pursuing the goal, but our lives are getting less happy. When the weather is dry and the dam runs low, there is nothing left to do in the whole city. Things don't get fixed anymore. We had to dismantle the cinema. I know it was frivolous and pointless when we can just watch video files, but it was fun to go watch movies together like people used to do. Sure. I believe in your wisdom, Founder. I believe we have to avoid hurting the planet like our ancestors did, but I don't know if the mayor is doing what you would have wanted. Is there another way of reaching the goal? Please, I know you left for a reason, but I don't think we can go on this way. A fragment from On the Universe. You have made quite the catalogue of horrors, Strayton. Children dying in their mother's arms, cities perishing by the plague, and even animals living without peace or happiness. Why must we listen to this? You know, I have just eaten a heavy dinner. Because these things, which are ugly, must be confronted for us to reach the truth. You spoke of justice earlier, but are these things just? They are not. Then you must admit the universe itself is not just. If gods exist, then they do not bend the world to their will. Rather, the universe proceeds as a machine, following its rules. Justice and virtue are human inventions. Are you saying justice and virtue are therefore illusory and should be abandoned? The opposite, my friend. It is mankind alone that can impose these values upon this machine. 34. It remains unclear whether Strayton believed in the gods or used them solely as metaphors. His work on the deities is no longer extant. Tantalizingly, Diogenes Laertius mentions that it caused a fistfight in the Lyceum. I thought what made us human was that we searched for meaning, but perhaps a better way of thinking about it is that we create meaning. I think both of those things are true. There is a pattern underneath. Lake water for cooling. New primary site.
Our ancestors kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself. There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
I think we can learn it
Language
too.
of creation. What were they doing here? And how far did they get?
I can't answer that, but I think I've fixed the Tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
They created another simulation. Beloved Founder, years have passed and still there is nothing but silence. Have we sinned? Have you abandoned us for our arrogance, our greed? Some of the others continue to build. I told them not to, but they don't listen to me. Byron is the worst of them. He disrespects you constantly, spreading lies, and please know there are those who remain faithful, who respect the limits you set and seek wisdom and humility as you taught. We may win the next election. Perhaps then you will return. Raise your name. Okay. Founder, although I was born in the early days of New Jerusalem, I never knew you well. This is not your fault. I became so focused on improving the dam that I didn't develop much in the way of social relationships, except perhaps with Melville. That doesn't mean I was unhappy. In fact, I was extremely content. I like to solve complex problems in peace and quiet. That's who I am. But now the pleasure I used to get out of my work has faded. Oh, now the pleasure I used to get out of my work has faded. I may not need a lot of company, but I want my work to be meaningful, to contribute. It does not feel like that anymore, and when I suggest new projects, the mayor acts like I've committed a crime, like I should be ashamed. I do not like this. I do not care about social issues or debates. I do not want to get involved. I just want to be able to keep working on making things better. Please fix this situation. Right. I mean, this is an email, but it's almost like a prayer. Paying the price from the introduction to Portraits of the Martyrs. List of people condemned for advocating new ideas is long and depressing. Ignaz Semmelweis, utterly destroyed for suggesting doctors wash their hands. Ludwig Boltzmann, ridiculed for suggesting the existence of atoms. Robert H. Goddard mocked for arguing that a rocket could reach the moon. Al-Razi attacked for questioning the existence of humors. Barbara McClintock's discovery of transposition ignored for years. The list goes on, and we haven't even touched on what happens to those who suggest political rather than scientific improvements. Even when they succeed, they often still pay with their lives. These days, the idea of progress is frequently derided as yet another narrative identified with the establishment by critics who curiously portray themselves as rebels. But the truth is that every step forward that humanity has ever taken has enormous personal cost. It means it's even more important to stand up for the truth because so many others have already sacrificed themselves for it. It does, but what is the right way of doing it? Many died for the truth without accomplishing anything. Maybe we just have to do what's right and trust the universe. Well, trust the universe is like a bit weird, Miranda, but we probably do just have to do what's right. You're probably right about that. That is childhood innocence manifest as wisdom. Really?
I've decoded another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Mother and father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos.
I love the way she looks at things.
Well, I agree. That was actually kind of beautiful. Shit. Okay. Big conversation incoming.
Welcome back, creature of clay. The forge burns bright, but the sky is troubled with clouds. A mortal has ascended Olympus without the permission of Zeus.
I think if I say tell me where Byron is, it's not going to work. So, tell me the fate of these mortals who trespass.
Your friend wanders in dreams, caught between moments. He stands upon the bridge between yesterday and tomorrow, his eyes fixed upon the surface of the sun. And so the workings of Olympus are disrupted. Pandora, fearing the wrath of the gods, has broken the paths to ascension.
How can the trespasser be freed?
Only Prometheus can help you, for he has always favored humankind over the gods, and would see Olympus pass into your hands. But he is bound in the heart of the mountain. Break his chains, and he will show you the way.
I'm sure I remember...
I think it's safe to assume that Olympus is the entity's term for the megastructure. It looks like our best chance of rescuing Byron is finding Prometheus and freeing him.
How do you free a weird, glowing ghost thing?
I suspect these entities exist within the megastructure systems, and what we're seeing is just how they manifest to communicate with us.
I don't really care what they are. For now, let's play along.
Sure, I remember something saying don't trust the Sphinx, but I don't know what said that. I don't recall the particulars of it. And I don't know what any of this means. But I do remember one of these type of things was like an environmental puzzle somewhere and we never got around to solving it. I don't know if they're going to be relevant eventually. Anyway, I've been live for an awfully long time, but, you know, I haven't done a lot of streams this week. So this feels like probably fine to have done that. But I think that we are now at the end for tonight. Well, it's approaching midnight, and I am back at work tomorrow for the first time in a long time. So, if you want to catch more Talos Principle 2, and I think we actually, hopefully this doesn't lock me into this, which it might. Yeah, we have like, oh, we're going to probably have these 3 zones to do as well, maybe, but we've got these 2 in the south quadrant, and then these 3 still to go. So there's still a little bit more. If you want to catch this again, obviously it's going to be live on Sunday for Cerebral Sunday. But between now and then, things should be happening. Hopefully XCOM 2 A Star Wars Story will be happening on Tuesday night. I should be doing some commentating for the guys over at Revolution on Wednesday, and then racing, hoping to get, unfortunately, my first points of the season after having missed last week to, or this week just gone, I should say, to Oasis. But yeah, Talos Principle 2 will be back around about 7 PM. It should be on Sunday night next week. This stream is dedicated to our cat overlords. That's absolutely right. Mr. Cat, Smudge, Carlito, right? I never forget a pretty face. Everybody, I love you all a lot. Please be unspeakably and unreasonably kind to each other over the coming days. Maybe I'll see you sometime through the week for one of those many things that's happening. Look at this, by the way. This is where I was. Friday night. I'm going, okay? But here you go. Good night.
Slowly walking down the hall, faster than